Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life. He does not come into judgment, but has passed from death to life. John 5:24. I came to serve the Lord because He has done a complete restoration in my life, said Pastor Javier Cota. Pastor Cota pastors Centro Cristiana Restauración Church in Ensenada. He also serves as president of the Mexican Conference. His service to the Lord had its beginnings in a very painful time in his life. About 20 years ago, I came to Christ because of a situation that was very strong in my life. I was the processor for the state police in Baja California for 13 years. But one day, I realized that because of my job, I had lost my family. My son was hooked on drugs and had burned up his mind. So I took him to a rehabilitation center. I didn't know it at the time, but it was a Christian place. That's where I first heard about Christ and gave my life to Him. Because of his behavior, my son got kicked out of rehab. I took him to a psychiatrist who told me that my son's mind was gone and would never return. The next 5 years were a great struggle, and my wife and other children suffered a lot. I realized that only Jesus could heal my son. So I asked God to impact him. I told God that if He would heal my son, that I would turn my life over to Him completely, because I knew that apart from whatever else I believed, that Jesus really could heal him. When my son was 19, things got very bad, and my wife and I fasted and prayed for him for 4 days. He then had a very violent outburst, and we took him to the church to pray for him. It was a long and difficult night, but we knew that at this time, Jesus could touch his life and change him as well. The next day, Javier's son woke up, completely well, free of his addiction, and having a clear mind. Today, he's married with 3 children, working and active in the work of God's kingdom.
Y después de ese tiempo, cuando yo miré el poder de Dios, yo sabía que...
When I saw what God could do in my son's life, I knew what He could do in mine. I had promised the Lord that if He healed my son, I would surrender my life completely to Him. That's when He called me to be a pastor. I want this community to be healed like my son was healed. That's why we say our church is a church of restoration, because God is the one who can restore.